I mean, look at that. That's ridiculous. That is exciting. Whew. That's what it's all about. This should be illegal. It's so much fun. Woo! It's already over. Now, 100 yards out. No shot. This week on the zone, it's archery deer in Alberta. James, that muley hunt that you and Gary Joseph do every September, it's just one of those trips that makes me jealous.
Well, being out there under the blue sky and the Rocky Mountain front and stalking those bachelor groups is something I look forward to every year. And this year I was really excited, especially after the 2 great bucks we took our first year.
Let's take a look back at that.
That is a rack. He's just got mass in here. Here we are in Southern Alberta with Centerfire Outfitters. Persistence pays off. Here it is right here, staying in the zone. Beautiful mule deer.
That's the buck I drew down on first day. I would have really been crying about that whole deal if I'd have known he was that big. Look at that buck.
He's beauty.
That's awesome. Stalking mule deer in Southern Alberta, take 27. It was like a feeling I've never felt. I mean, you didn't think it was going to happen, and all of a sudden, there we were. We were in the zone and closing in. Yeah, every deer hunter knows, boy, when you make that shot, you know it's good, but then you start second guessing yourself. So we were scratching our heads. Finally, on the way back, we're looking around and we're gonna go back to the blood trail. Oh. Lo and behold, the deer was floating out in the middle of the lake. That's unbelievable.
There's no question that's him.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that might be deeper than I think.
Yeah, I think I'll be swimming.
Yeah, he's a nice buck. Real nice buck.
Thanks for all your work this week. It was awesome. Perseverance and patience.
Right.
You just keep after it, and pretty soon it comes together.
Yeah.
It really did today.
In the end, a great shot.
And a recovery right smack in the middle of the lake.
I've never seen it before and probably will never see it again.
Yeah, I hope not. It was cold. Absolutely awesome mule deer hunting.
James, after those 2 monster bucks, you and Gary have got a hard act to follow.
We do, and you know what? Up there, the opportunity is always going to be there. Just a matter of whether we can pull it off.
I'm blowing me better too. Okay.
100 yards ago, though, it was perfect in my right ear. I thought, oh, this is good. Root for bad luck, we have none.
The Zone is brought to you by Brown Elms, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools. Thompson Center, Nikon, Blackhorn 209, DLC Covert Trail Cameras, Under Armour, Lethal Human Scent Elimination, and Bill Jordan's Realtree. Family, friends, and the outdoors. This portion of The Zone is brought to you by Gobble and Grunt Outfitters.
It's September, the weather is gorgeous. It's Gary, Joseph, and I meeting up at Centerfire Outfitters for our annual deer hunt together. It's archery mule deer, and it's one of those hunts that we just look forward to every year. You know, one of the great things about Centerfire Outfitters, not only have they become kind of like family to us, they've got a great lodge just situated beautifully right up next to the Rocky Mountain front. Great food, great people, you know, nice hot shower, warm, comfortable, everything that you want so that you can just kind of unwind from the day and get ready for the next. That's an old broomback ram.
I was 14.
It's where I first met Tanner and Megan, is on the Dall Sheep Hunt in the Northwest Territories. Don't let her small size fool you. This gal can hunt. Normally, she'd be up packing sheep out of the high country this time of year. Hey, when you take those little breaks to let me catch my wind, they really help if you pretend like you're breathing. Make some noises like you're breathing hard. It makes me feel better. Okay, spot and stock archery mule deer hunting is technically challenging. It's one of the most difficult hunts you'll do. Probably the most important is weather. Last year when we were here, we had awesome weather. It was bluebird, hot weather. The hotter the better this time of the year. We want those bucks laying up near the rocks and in places where they're out of the shade and the cool, and we can sneak up on them. This year, from the weather report, it looks to me like we're gonna have all kinds of stuff going on. So we're gonna take it day by day. Hopefully we'll get a full hunt out of this. Who knows? We got weather coming in later in the week, and we're just gonna go out and hunt hard. Chances are, when it's foggy and overcast, we're gonna have a hard time finding deer in this big country. When the sun comes out, we're gonna be looking at lots of bucks.
There he is right there. He sees us. He's right in the middle. Damn. He's on us though. Game over.
Tell you what, I'm falling in love with this Eden 50, man. It's so light. On this hunt, our biggest asset is our optics, and we're gonna let those optics do a lot of the hiking for us. There's so many deer in this country, we don't wanna go chasing every one. We wanna find good bucks, cover lots of ground with our eyes, and then pick our battle. Tanner and Megan's area has been under trophy management now for about 8 years, and that's about the right amount of time to start really establishing a good population of big bucks. This is one of those hunts that you don't just need one or two things to come together to be successful. You need a ton of stuff. You need the deer to bed in the right spot. You need to be able to find those deer. You need the wind just perfect. And just about the time that you think you've got all of those elements coming together just perfectly for you, you get hit with a factor you didn't expect. Well, there's a lot of things that can go wrong around here. A coyote.
This is our last shot here. We've got a plane to catch up to northern BC. We got a moose hunt that we're starting tomorrow. So hopefully we can make it happen here in the next hour or so. Coming straight at us.
Gary's had a great week. He's done everything right. He's been patient. Weather's been tough, but he's done everything that he could do to get in close without busting deer. Now, on his last day, he's gonna just get aggressive and see if he can get a break.
We gotta go. It's now or never. We can't wait him out. Let's just go. That's it. That's the end of it. We got 45 minutes to get to camp, pack, and head for the airport. One last hurrah.
Well, it's too bad that Gary has to go, but you know, I don't feel too bad for him. He's on his way to a moose hunt. I'm sure he's gonna have a great time too. In the meantime, if my weather holds, I'm pretty confident I'll get close to a big buck.
We're gonna get up on those rocks where we can shoot down, and those deer just told us right the escape route that these deer are probably gonna take coming through here.
The great thing about hunting September bucks is they're still kind of patternable. We've got a group of bucks that's laying up in the morning, and then about mid-morning, heading up around the backside of a rocky spine to lay up in the junipers.
25.
I'm set up in front of these bucks. I'm hoping they're gonna come around on one of the trails I can see below me, so I'm getting a range on every trail that I can distinguish in the tree. Now, of course, this buck's coming in and he's not taking either of my trails. He's gone off on a different one that I didn't notice. I don't have a range on it, and now I've just got to go into autopilot.
Over his back. For now, mule deer wins again.
Closed captioning provided by Bog Pod, the sticks with the red grips. This portion of the zone is brought to you by the Magnum Hunt Club.
Well, it looks like you guys had the hot action again up there, but the hunting may have been just a little tougher.
Well, or the shooting wasn't quite as straight.
Well, I wasn't gonna go there.
I had my chances, but I know you were up in Alberta too, just a little earlier and a little farther north.
Yeah, but I was chasing whitetails.
You're out on top of us already. It's about 35 yards. I think that's a mature deer, but big body. He's got a messed up rack, but he's pretty cool. He's really weird looking, non-typical dude, but the first couple hours, I just couldn't bring myself to shoot him. He was really cool.
I found out there's a certain part of Alberta you can go and start your bow season for whitetail or mule deer in August. that opened up a few things. Hunting when you couldn't hunt anywhere else and hunting velvet deer with a bow, and both of those really interested me. So I did some research, found Kent Lean and Big Stone Outfitters, called him up, and everything seemed to mesh pretty well, and we put a hunt together, and bam, up to Alberta in August we went. So we came in, it was hot, and it was the full moon the day we got into camp. So we had a lot of factors working against us. And then right after that, we got socked in with a couple days of just nasty rain. And it really had the deer shut down. But when you've got trail camera pictures and you've got guys that have been watching deer for a month, you better just stick to your game plan, no matter how tough it is. And then when things switch, you're still in the right spot, and you just got to tough it out. Well, finally, about midday on the 4th day of the hunt, the weather started breaking. The rain moved out, it was still real cool, and then when it was getting prime time, looked up, and here comes our messed up horned deer from the first night, and he's got a couple 2-year-olds with him. Well, morning 5 of our 6-day hunt dawned clear, beautiful morning. Ended up being a frost on. It just was the right kind of morning to deer hunt.
Come on, go down out there. 5 days in, we haven't seen a shooter, and 3 come out together. I mean, in shooting range when I first saw him. Pretty tense situation. I don't know, I think I'm gonna give it a little while. Let him go out there.
And I'm starting to worry because I watched this deer run 300 or 400 yards, and I'm expecting him to tip over at any second. There were some weird things that happened there. The arrow traveled in at almost a 45-degree angle. It looked like he'd been shot from a tree stand, and we just could not figure out what was going on with that to have such a downward angle from a level playing field.
Oh, that's not good. It's broken in half.
Well, I started looking and trying to piece things together, and my nock had blown apart when I let go of the arrow. I hit the deer forward and low, broke his leg. He went over and bedded down, so we backed out and decided to give him a while. It's getting late. We came back in here and looked the direction that we'd last seen him go. There's a bunch of ravens over here, so I'm fearing the worst, but we can go try to find him. The coyotes had gotten to him. They had completely destroyed one side of him, and then the ravens were having a free meal, so there was our deer. You know, it's part of bow hunting. It's the part of it you hate. It's certainly not how I would have scripted it out, but that's real bow hunting. Pretty velvet deer. 2 better ones with him. That says a lot about the quality of deer up here. He was just the one that gave us the shot when everybody was acting nervous, but just a beautiful, beautiful deer.
Tim, that was a great buck, and it's not everywhere you get the opportunity to take a buck like that in velvet.
No, it was a great deer, but it was a little bittersweet having those coyotes beat me to him.
Well, you know as well as anybody, if you bow hunt long enough, you're going to have something like that happen to you eventually. One thing's for sure, Alberta is an awesome place, whether you're mule deer hunting or whitetail hunting, to spend the early season.
Yeah, it sure is. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to join us next week as James and I put you in the zone.
The Zone is brought to you by Firefly, Hunt the Wind, Gobble and Grunt Outfitters, Brownells, OutfittersRating.com, Rax Mineral, and the Magnum Hunt Club. Your adventure is our business.